Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever edition to Bourbon from the married couple's point of view. I am Greg Kreider, and this is,
Kara Marshall.
and we are due to be married here in a couple months. So one of the things we want to do for fun is we want to review bourbon. Over the course of our relationship, we have learned to absolutely love bourbon. We actually love Scotch. We actually love Irish whiskey too, right?
Right.
We love them all. But we are now bourbon connoisseurs, and we want to do reviews. The squeaking in the background is actually our dog. So we're just at home and we're having fun. So we're going to do our first ever bourbon review with the bottle that Kara bought today, which is a good Old Forester 1910. Heard a lot of good things about it. And when you think about price points, Kara, how much did you spend on this today?
I think like $60.
All right, $60. And that's kind of like the top of our price range right there. We try and keep it between about 30 to 60, and every now and then we'll splurge a little bit more, right?
Right.
I watch all the bourbon reviews on YouTube, and I would listen to the podcast and everything else. So we're going to try the smell, what comes next,
The taste.
the palate, the taste, and the finish. So now the next thing I want to do is, before we do that, I want to talk about kind of our taste profiles and kind of what we like, okay? So I'm going to start. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
No, you can start.
All right, so like I love the taste of alcohol, okay? I like the burn, I like the smell, I like everything. So when my bourbon, I kind of like a higher proof, okay? So I kind of like that alcohol-y smell. And so I like a full balanced flavor. Okay, there we go. Real professional to start with. This is our first take, okay? So I like it to start with a little heat and then I want to taste all kinds of things. I like that sweetness taste. I haven't quite yet figured out how to do the floral thing yet, but then I like to feel it all the way down. I like the finish to last, okay? But I do love the sweetness, but I like heat more than probably the normal person.
Right. And I probably like it a little smoother. It's okay if it has a little bit of burn, but I don't want it to make my eyes water when I go to smell it. And some that you prefer probably do that. So I like those, but maybe wouldn't be my first pick, which is why I kind of graduated from Scotch to Irish whiskey to bourbon, kind of worked my way up to that. And now I'm actually liking drinking bourbon neat. Typically I would have to have it with a nice cube just to flatten it a little bit, but I'm learning to embrace having it neat. So for me, in that transition to having it neat, I like mine a little bit smoother.
Okay, so again, I have read some reviews of 1910 Old Forester, and I thought this was going to be a great marriage between it. Get it? Married couple. Okay. The reason I thought that, because it was under 100 proof at 93. From the reviews that I've read, it had a smoothness to it, a little bit of heat, and a good mix of both. It sounds like it's got the balance that I want. So we're just having fun. We're just gonna try it. So we're gonna pour a little bit right now, and we don't have the cool little sniffer glasses.
And I'm not really good at the determining the different smells. They all taste, or they all smell pretty similarly to me at this point still. They kind of smell the caramel and the sweetness. So when they say a hint of whatever else, that goes over my head at this point.
The three terms that I like the most. I think it's hilarious about pear, fried cherry pie, and cornbread.
Oh,
I love my guy Fred Minnick.
I would never taste cornbread.
Right. I don't know what cornbread tastes like
cherry.
necessarily, but
maybe
all right.
cherry. But
So now that we've poured them into our awesome bourbon glasses, cheers first.
Cheers.
So we're gonna swirl a little bit, let it breathe, because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. So now we're gonna try the nose. Okay. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from the nose to the palate to then the finish. And we're going to go either a thumbs up, or we're going to go in the middle, or you can go thumbs down.
right.
Okay? Any of those three. You got to be honest
Okay.
because these companies want us to be honest.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
we're the laymen's, right? I mean, we're their right.
I kind of feel like we're the married couple for the people.
Right. I mean, we're pretty simple.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
So one thing I'm already noticing as I swirl around here a little bit, I'm noticing the legs come down. Looks like a nice rich leg. So now I'm going to try the smell. Here we go.
All right, you go first.
Ooh, the first one, alcohol. It always happens that way for me. All right. All right, so now that has kind of passed, I'm going to do it one more time. I kind of smell cinnamon. I kind of smell, I don't know, I really don't know, but a little fruity.
Oh, okay.
I normally don't smell that. And I'm gonna go some type of rich smell like a, this is gonna sound terrible, but like a snickerdoodle.
Ooh, I like snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. That'd be
that's
an A plus for me.
All right, that's just kind of what hit me on the nose. So just, all right, now I'm interested in what Kara says.
I mean, yeah, you always get that alcohol smell
Yeah.
first, a little bit of that burn, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Get in there.
I don't think this one though smells as overpowering as like caramely. I mean, you do smell it, but
Right.
not as maybe much as some of the other ones we've had lately. Because are we supposed to talk about other brands when we're trying?
Just this
No,
is the
just
only
this
brand
one.
we're
Okay.
supposed to talk about.
So
it.
don't
We'll do other brands.
Don't
where we
compare
smell.
it. Okay, I'm trying to, for my own frame of reference, comparing it to something I've drank lately.
All right, now you got to get in there a little bit. A lot of different smells for me, but I'm gonna be honest with you right now. The smell for me, I'm gonna go first.
Okay, this is.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna
Is
do.
this gonna be weird? And maybe this is made up. It kind of smells like a bouquet to me, kind of flowery.
That is so awesome. She is
God.
so good.
Right,
That
I'm
is
not
so good.
making that
I
up. I
that's why I said a little
Right.
bit.
I see what you're
I
saying,
used to
maybe.
make fun of people that said that, but
do
I
kinda smell it.
kind of smell that a little bit, and that's called progress. Okay.
Right, exactly. The fact that
Right.
I came up with something besides,
Oh man.
I don't know, I didn't smell the cinnamon.
All right, so now like I'm going back in.
Maybe
I'm just gonna be
cinnamon.
honest with you. I smell a little brown sugar right now.
Oh yeah, I mean it always smells to me a little bit caramely, brown sugar,
smells so good now.
cinnamony. I mean all of those
Right.
things. That's not a word, but
Right.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but I
absolutely.
do kind of smell a bouquet of flowers.
Okay.
I said that, but it does.
You are getting married in a few months.
Oh,
Hence,
maybe.
bourbon for married people.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So,
All right.
I again though, but my vote. This is just mine.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it a thumb sideways.
Yeah, I mean nothing.
Can you do it for the camera, please?
yeah, I
Up,
did.
down. Okay, you're
Yeah.
gonna go sideways.
Yeah,
Okay,
go
so we're
ahead.
both
I mean,
sideways
don't
on
have
the
major
nose,
feelings
but
either
we
way.
all know that the nose is not the most important thing.
Who cares?
So now we're gonna go to the palate. You're gonna go to the palate first.
Oh.
Have at it.
Okay. But never judge on the first sip. Is what I'm
Absolutely.
told. Okay.
It's just like the smell.
I mean, I can already tell you what I think based on the first sip alone compared to other first sips I've had.
Okay, well then I think that's fantastic.
I
This is
mean,
our first review.
right.
This is her first. The first sip is always crazy, right?
Yeah, typically I'm like, that's
Okay,
burning.
so your first sip is.
Very smooth.
Oh
very
boy!
smooth. Very smooth, not burny. I'm not supposed to talk about the finish yet, though.
Not yet.
No,
not yet,
very,
not yet. Just the palate.
I mean, I have to take another sip.
Okay, do another
But
sip.
it did not burn, didn't go up my nose, which sometimes it can.
Okay.
Didn't feel hot down. So I don't know what you'll feel about it because you like that part of it.
Right. Talk to us about the
Yeah,
flavor
really.
palette. What do you kind of like tasting right now?
I mean, I taste all those things. I mean, the caramel, a little bit, like you said, of the brown sugar.
Okay. Right.
It doesn't have a super strong taste to me.
Okay.
But I'm not supposed to rate it yet.
Here, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
We'll see what you think. I already know.
I agree with you on your initial tasting there. Nothing, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna go again here. Here we go. Second one's the key in my opinion.
But now I taste some things after it sat on my tongue a little bit longer.
Smooth.
Very smooth.
For sure. And what I love about it, no burn necessarily up here. I am tasting more floral than I expected, which is, I guess, for me, I kind of like equate that to like a little bit of a lighter, maybe bourbon.
Yes, it feels, yes.
Which I love because I've had some really sweet ones that I love as well, but maybe I can't drink as much of that throughout the night. All right, now let's, so I'm gonna have one more.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you what I've tasted now a little bit more, and I don't know, I haven't, sometimes I'll read the label if I think it will help me, but it doesn't say anything on there, so. I think maybe a little vanilla, no?
For sure.
There's
Vanilla
my
note.
contribution. But
all
very easy, very easy to drink. Yeah, for sure taste.
For sure.
Yeah,
That is
that's right up my alley.
That is, and I like it because it's not overly sweet,
No,
but there's
it's not
just enough of that.
Yeah, but it's not sweet. I wouldn't say it's like
Like
compared.
I'm still tasting it right now, and a
Yes.
little chewy. I like that. I like
Okay.
that. All right, so now we got to finish it up here. Now we got to go
All right.
one more drink here. Let's do the finish. Go ahead. Where do you want me to go?
No, I can go. I mean, it stays on the back of your tongue.
For sure. Back, but not so much here.
No, but I get warm here. I don't know if that's just because I'm drinking bourbon, but
Right.
but it is not. It's a warm feeling, and it stays, but not for me in a bad way. Which again, it's we have different.
Right.
We have to
So
highlight something.
again, it's been my experience just getting into bourbon in my 40s. The higher the proof, I like in the fall and the winter because it really lasts in here. This is not, I think, a bourbon that would do that. I just felt a coating right here for
Yeah.
me.
But a warm. I feel
right,
a warmness.
a little warm,
though.
but
Yeah,
I
which
think
is
over
all I need.
time that would happen.
Right.
But like again, my palate, I like it. A kick right here and a kick right here. I do not get that from this, but I'll tell you what, this is a really, really good sipping bourbon. So I'm going to give the finish for me, I'm going to give it a sideways.
And I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because it's right where I want it to be. I feel like it's making me warm in my chest. It's sitting on the back of my throat, but not uncomfortable. So probably 5 or 6 notches down from him, but that's the way I like it. I don't want something that makes me feel like I'm on fire. So for me, I like the smoothness. I like that it's sitting on the back of my tongue. I like that I feel the warmth in my chest, just enough to still taste it and feel it, but it's not overpowering to me. So I give it a thumbs up on finish.
Okay. So overall, this is so far out of our league, but we're going to do it anyway. We're going to go, we're going to give it a
The whole
rating.
thing is so far out of our
True,
league. What's it?
but we're going to go a rating from 1 to
Oh.
10. So like now right there, I felt it a little bit more.
See? Slow to the party, folks.
Right. So I love bourbon. I like all different kinds. I've got a lot of good friends that have let me try a lot of good bourbons. I'm very lucky to have a fiance, future wife that has joined me in this to just enjoy it and sip it at night. Am I wrong to say that, like, I've been watching a lot of these 5 bourbon challenges things, like on where this one would fall in the category? I think this is between like $60 is probably at the top of our price range, right?
Probably. I mean,
But it's gonna last us for a long time, all right? But I would sip this throughout the course of the week, right?
correct.
But it also could be that Friday night special.
Right.
Old Forester is, man, this stuff is good. So if you like bourbon, I think overall from a 1 to 10, I'm going to give this an 8.
And I'd probably give it a 9.
Okay. So that is our very first effort at the Married Couples Guide for Bourbon. You got to find that mix, and you've got to find that right one in between, and then you've got to get your shelf full of bourbons that you like. But we're going to do this. We don't really know what's going to happen, but we're going to enjoy the process.
Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.